What is going on, guys? Oh, wait, no, wrong shirt. That is much better. What's going on, guys? Norton Knight sending you back in another video. Today, we're continuing something we continued about 2 weeks ago before the break. We posted it on Monday, I'm pretty sure. Today, we're continuing my favorite player series with the Nashville Predators. Now, the Nashville Predators are a team that I tend to forget a lot. I say that saying like, you know, I said in the video too. I said it in the New Jersey Devils video, saying that let's go on to the Montreal Canadiens. They are up next, and I'm like, oh wait, the Preds are next. Oh, anyways, so the Preds are a team that I forget about, but they do have a lot of my favorite players, and they're probably going to be turning to one of my favorite teams heading into the next season because they really have a lot of respect regarding goaltenders. They gained Yaroslav Askarov, who was arguably my favorite prospect in this entire draft. Like I saw his highlights. He was very entertaining to watch. But anyways, that's off topic. The Preds have a lot of new acquisitions. You know, they acquired Mark Borowiecki. You know, they acquired DUCHENE. We're not going to talk about that, though. We're not going to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is my favorite players. And it's not going to include guys that were, like, flyers. Well, there was one guy who was a flyer. But, it's not going to include anybody who was, like, who is new to the team, like Borowiecki and Kunin, for example. Or Askarov. I mean, Askarov will become my favorite player, but not for long. So, you know, we're going to head into this. Let's go. But first, before we do that, I would like if you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It means a heck of a lot. You know, I'm just trying to get to 1K, trying to make some money off of this, and, you know, have a successful life. And also, if you haven't already joined the Discord, or followed the Twitter, or followed the Instagram, or followed the TikTok, because I do that as well, do make sure to go look at my links below. Is everything down there, including the subscribe button, so make sure to go do that as well. But anyways, let's move on to the honorable mentions. So, my 10 favorite Nashville Predators. Who is on the honorable mentions list? Now, if you're newer to this, I have 2 columns before we start off with the actual top 10 favorites. I have honorable mentions who are guys that just couldn't crack into the top 10 and maybe will crack into the top 10 next year. And I have a not on the list. And these are guys who made it nowhere close, who are probably never going to turn into one of my favorite players in the Predators, you know, all that good stuff. Alright, first off, honorable mentions. Who was on the honorable mentions list? I had Jakob Trenin as one of my guys on the honorable mention list. Matthias Ekholm and Carl Jarnkrok, however you like to say it. And not on the list, I have Matt Duchene. Now, Matt Duchene, I mean, I'm going to get into him real quick. And I'll make a separate video on bounce back candidates, but like Matt Duchene is a definite one that I just want to make a little bit of a discussion on. So Matt Duchene came to Nashville. You know, they had all this hope for him, and not what we expected. So, you know, Duchene definitely needs a bounce back season. You know, they cleared a lot of cap to get Matt Duchene, and I think that if to make it worth their while, they're going to want to have Matt Duchene be that top center for the team. And, you know, it's going to be tough, but I think Matt Duchene, if he can bounce back, this Preds team can be dangerous. I also have Kyle Turris not on the list. Kyle Turris is off to Edmonton, of course, where he will probably develop as one of my favorite guys because he is going to be that third-line center for the Edmonton Oilers. So, you know. Anyways, let's get into the actual top 10. So at number 10 here, we have Ryan Ellis, defenseman, playing on that top line with Roman Josi. Ryan Ellis was always one of those guys. I love his beard. That's the first thing. That earns immediate points. That's why you will see Andy Green on a lot of lists. Ryan Ellis is a very solid defenseman playing with Roman Josi. He can put up the numbers. He can put up the hits. He can put up the defensive plays. This kind of like evolutionized my dislike on Corey Perry, which will be another video topic that we can get into later. When Corey Perry hit him in the Winter Classic review, and that's what was something that was very entertaining to watch. And that turned into one of the most embarrassing things that Corey Perry's ever done. But, you know, Ryan Ellis, always one of the defensemen that I've always liked. Number 9 is Grimaldi, Rocco Grimaldi. I enjoy watching Grimaldi play on that second, third line spot, right winger. You know, he's going to help out the team a lot heading into the next couple of years. At number 8, I have Dante Fabro. Dante Fabro, defenseman, has a really, really exciting, I'm really excited for him heading up to next season because, you know, he's always one of those entertaining guys that I see on the team. And Fabro, with him, he is like one of my favorite cards to pull in HUT, and, you know, that kind of gives you points as well. So, you know, Fabro, there you go. Number 7 is Victor Arvidsson. Victor Arvidsson is a right wing for the Predators. Very good winger, along with Ryan Johansson. You know, all those guys. You know, he's going to help out the team next season. At number 6, we have Jose Zaros. Jose Zaros is, of course, that very solid goaltender. You know, he's going to really help the team next season along with Askarov. Don't worry, I didn't leave Rene out of this list. He's definitely in this list somewhere. But, you know, Saros, becoming one of my favorite goaltenders. He showed in the play-in rounds that he can be a very solid starting goaltender. And that's what he did. I think he played every single game in that play-in rounds. And there were some plays where the Arizona Coyotes, which I'm wearing under this shirt, by the way, should have scored, but they didn't. Because Jose Saros denied the shot. And he's an incredible goaltender. I think he's really going to help out Nashville when Pekka Rinne leaves. Number 5 is Ryan Johansson. So we're going to talk about Johansson here for a second. There's a lot of Nashville Predators that need a bounce back, and Johansson is one of them. Johansson, I'd rank him top 3 in the players that need a bounce back season. Very disappointing. Very disappointing on how he's played. He's going to need a bounce back season, or else it's not looking too good. And I thought he's a very good center. He's a very good center. He's on that top center. He's on that top center line, and he's going to help out this team. We just need him to have a bounce-back season and keep going from there. At number 4, we have Ryan Hartman. Ryan Hartman, you might say, oh, Evan, it's because of the Philadelphia Flyers. No, it's actually not. I really liked Ryan Hartman when he played in Nashville. Not when he was in Chicago, no. Hartman was always one of those guys where I just noticed him out on the ice. And when he came to Philadelphia for Wayne Simmons, I was kind of sad, but I was excited at the same time. And he's the only non-current Nashville Predator that's on this list. So, you know, not a lot of Predators get that credit. So Hartman is at number 4. At number 3, we have, as I mentioned, at number 10, we have Roman Josi. Roman Josi, arguably one of the best defensemen in the league. He is incredibly underrated, like probably one of the most underrated guys in the league. He gets a lot of criticism, a lot more criticism than he deserves. Like, he's such a good defenseman. He plays on that same line with Ellis. You know, like probably one of my favorite defensive pairings in the entire league. It's just a very good all-in-all defender, and he's very underrated. I mean, he gets shadowed out by Victor Hedman, Ivan Provorov, you know, guys like that. Not Provorov, but you know what I mean. So he gets shadowed out by a lot of guys, and people don't give him the recognition he deserves, especially when he's on a team that even I said is forgotten. At number 2, we have Philip Forsberg. Philip Forsberg, always one of those guys that I loved watching. I've seen so many highlights of him. I've seen him score some insane goals. He's really one of those guys who is dangerous on that Nashville Predators team. Originally came from the Washington Capitals. Very good left wing on that team. He's going to really help out next season in Nashville's push to the Cup. So at number 1, I said Pekka Rinne was going to be on the list, and I mean, there's really no surprise, in all honesty. He's one of those goaltenders that I've always liked. So there you go. Pekka Rinne is at number 1 for a few reasons. He's made some insane saves. I've seen him a lot over the past 3 years that I've watched hockey. I have every single hockey card that he ever had. Like, I have every single one from every single year, except his rookie card, like 2007, 2008, 2008, 2009, 2009, 2010. And he's nearing retirement, and that's the disappointing thing with him. I really want to see Rinne play more, but you know, it's rising. He's getting older. This is likely going to be his last season in the NHL, and when he retires, it's not going to be a fun video to make. So there you go. That is my 10 favorite Nashville Predators, and then some. If you enjoyed the video, do make sure to like it, that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot on the channel. If you haven't already, again, check out the links in the social medias below, including Discord, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the good stuff. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.